guys! So, on this week's Nostalgic Friday, we're actually going to be talking about something that's sort of a tradition I'm sure a lot of people, remember from a certain channel that's been around. And I'm sure you all know what channel I'm talking about. I'm talking about NBC. I mean, come on, we all know every year they're the ones who put on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But there's something else you probably didn't already know, like how every year in December they always put on these, live musical events where they have celebrities reenact famous musicals. Yep, that's right. That's what we're going to talk about today. So, yeah, I'll be talking about each one of these, specials in order from the year they released. And probably, just give you my overall thoughts on all of them because, I recently learned they were all on Peacock, and so, what the heck? So, yeah. Okay, so starting off is The Sound of Music Live from 2013. Now, I'm sure this one didn't really get a lot of positivity from some people because of, Carrie Underwood's performance as Maria in this show. And in fact, I actually do remember I actually wanted to, give these musicals a watch. So I just, and after learning they were on Peacock, I thought, what the heck? So, yeah. In fact, I even remember asking my grandmother who was visiting us, at the time I saw it, I asked her, hey, what do you think of Carrie Underwood's performance here? And she's like, it isn't that great. I'm like, yeah, you are right. I mean, for reals. I mean, come on. And, honestly, I think they probably could have gotten someone maybe a lot better. Maybe someone who probably couldn't top Julie Andrews, when she originally played Maria in the film, which I'm sure y'all remember. And if you're wondering, yes, I have seen the original film with Julie Andrews, which I think is good. Although where I saw it was on the plane, and oh my God, it was the longest thing I ever had to sit through. And I'm not saying it was boring or anything. It just, well, I didn't think it would be that long, and not to mention it was already nighttime by the time I was halfway through the movie. But yeah. But I must say, I mean, it was probably good, although I guess some parts of it were good, the sets were pretty nice, I think they were kind of trying to make it look like how it looked in the film, I think. But yeah, I mean, I know not a lot of people really like this one because of Carrie Underwood's performance again, but what the heck, I mean, negative reviews weren't going to stop me from watching this, so what else do you expect from me? So, yeah. And now we talk about Peter Pan Live from 2014, which I must say, originally I just thought maybe it was going to be okay, even though I've also seen negative reviews on this one as well, and this time it's because of Christopher Walken's portrayal of Captain Hook, which, yes, I know, isn't really great. I'll probably never forget, after we finished The Sound of Music Live, my grandmother actually went to look up, Peter Pan Live, and she was pretty excited to learn that Christopher Walken was in it as Captain Hook. I'm like, yeah, there's one problem, though. He's not that great in it. Because I did see reviews even way before watching it myself. But me being curious, I decided to go ahead and look at it anyway. And I will say, although I know it's not a good one either. But I mean, there are a few things like how it's always tradition in every Peter Pan production that Mr. Darling and Captain Hook are played by the same actor. Well, they don't do it here. Because instead, Christian Borle, who plays, who plays Mr. Darling, is instead double cast as Smee. Instead, what? That's so wrong, I tell ya. For reals. But, I mean, it's an okay, maybe it was okay, just maybe if, Christopher Walken probably they could have cast someone else besides Christopher Walken to play Captain Hook instead of him if he didn't always play the same character and everything. I mean, for reals. And now, moving on to the positive, we got The Wiz Live from 2015. And now this is probably where the live musical stuff got better. Because, let me tell ya, I thought it was great. Like, I tell ya, like, I'm happy that they got a newcomer to, portray Dorothy. And also, the songs were great. And the casting was also great, too. And I also love how, all the cast is black. Like, for real, like a live musical performance where it's an all-black cast. Like, that's just really great, I must say. Although, yeah, I know, this is based off a production, original Broadway production that's also, basically The Wizard of Oz, but if it had more black people in it. But, yeah, I will say, it's great. I mean, so much happens in this musical, even though it's a lot different compared to, the movie with Diana Ross and Michael Jackson, which, to anyone curious, yes, I have in fact seen. In fact, that movie was my introduction to that musical, because I tell ya, I wasn't aware that there was a black version of The Wizard of Oz until, that movie, until I saw that movie. So, yeah, I mean, it's I have to say, great production. I mean, great costumes and, great design and great effects. I mean, I tell you, probably one of the best. And I would give it a 10 out of 10. And now, the next one is Hairspray live from 2016. Now, this one, this was my second time actually watching something Hairspray related. First, actually seeing, the show live itself. If you want to, I actually did do a My Thoughts Broadway edition on it, just last month. So, you could go check it out. Oh, and as for the next one, that will be coming out this weekend. I promise. I had a lot going on last weekend, so I'm sorry for no, Toon World or anything else being posted except for Nostalgic Friday, but anyways, getting off topic, this was a great production, and, just like The Wiz Live, they also cast, someone unknown for the lead, which I thought was great, and also, it's got, some very well-known people, you got Ariana Grande, as Penny, and there's, just a lot, and there's also Dove Cameron as Amber, and Kristen Chenoweth as Velma. In fact, I'll probably never forget when I brought up to my mom that before, this, they, Dove and Kristen actually played another mother and daughter duo, which I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean, we all remember Dove Cameron for her role as Mel, the daughter of Maleficent in the Descendants films. And I'm sure we all remember when Kristen Chenoweth played, Maleficent in the first film. And I tell ya, I thought that was quite interesting. Although I somehow get the feeling someone who worked on that, on Hairspray Live, probably saw them in that movie and watched the Evil Like Me, saw musical number and thought, hey, they'd be perfect for Amber and Velma. I'm like, and so I guess that's basically how it happened. Well, then again, that's just my theory anyways. But it's great. I mean, like always, like everything is just nice. Like it's totally 60s and it's got everything. Although, one part I'll probably never forget that they totally skipped was when they skipped the Big Dollhouse musical number. I'm like, hey, hold up, they cut out Big Dollhouse. What the heck? That's one of my favorite songs. Like, why? Why would they cut that? I mean, every other song that's from the musical is in here too. And I know, there was also Lady's Choice, which is originally from the a movie from 2009, I think. But, yes. Okay, I know, I'm skipping ahead. And I bet you're probably wondering, Sumner, where's Jesus Christ Superstar live and Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas live? Well, when I looked up to see if they were on Peacock, well, according to Google, they said they weren't. But there is one thing though. I recently watched a review of the How the Grinch Stole Christmas live, production by a guy named Simon's Rants, who I think you should definitely check out, where he said the only place he could watch it is Peacock. I'm like, what? But when I looked it up, it wasn't on. Google said it wasn't on Peacock. Although I doubt this is even true. But as for Jesus Christ Superstar, I'm not sure. So anyways, let's talk about their fairly recent, live musical production, which was Annie Live from this year. So honestly, Annie Live was the reason I wanted to watch this and how I found out all the other NBC musical stuff was on Peacock. Because that morning on Thanksgiving, we were watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and, well, they mentioned that you can watch it the next day that you can stream it the next day, on Peacock. I'm like, wait, if you could stream it on Peacock, does that mean all those other NBC musicals are on here too? So, of course, afterwards, I went on Google, looked almost every single one of them up. I'm like, oh yeah, they're on Peacock. Cool. I'll have to watch them first before I watch that. Because what the heck, I've never actually seen any of these besides seeing reviews of them. But yeah. Now, what do I think of Annie Live? Well, I'm sure as a lot of you know, Annie is my favorite musical of all time. Don't believe me? Go watch my Nostalgic Friday on a musical I like but everyone hates. Although, honestly, I don't know why on earth I said that, but I think, well, because I've never seen anyone say they liked it or not. Except maybe friends who say they like it. In fact, I've only seen 2 people who say they don't like it. I'm like, what? What's wrong with it? It's good to me. And yes, I have seen that one from the 80s along with the Disney version, and there is that one from 2014, which I know a lot of people say sucked. But to be honest, I kind of liked it a little. I mean, what the hell? It was Annie. I wanted to see it. So, yeah. But anyways, on to the review. I must say, it was great. It was pretty good. It got like every original song, and there's a lot of things that happen. It's like, everything else. It was great. They also got some great people, some talented people on here as well. In fact, pretty much my stepfather and my mom were watching it with me, and my stepdad, I remember he was kind of looking at Daddy Warbucks and saying, hey, does Daddy Warbucks look familiar to you? And my mom was like, no, he doesn't look like anybody. And apparently, I guess he was played by, I think some sort of artist, like some sort of singer, I think. And the reason why my mom didn't recognize him was because he was bald, and my mom would only recognize people if they have hair, which is not true, by the way. But yeah, it can be. I guess you can't really recognize people when they have something else on or have makeup on. But yeah, I must say, great musical. And there were a lot of things, that went down. I even also remember my stepdad, throughout the whole watch of it, he realized, hey, isn't she supposed to be in a red dress? Because I think she was, in a different color. I'm like, I'm not really sure. Because I wasn't really sure either. Because, in the promotion, in the promotion stuff, that they had for it, the actress who played Annie was wearing a red dress in there. I'm like, I'm not sure. But then that moment finally came in the, I don't need anything but you number. I'm like, see? And I'm like, there you go. And I'm like, there you go. So, and I mean, it's great. The songs are good. Everything, is just, good about it. Although, I may be wrong. I probably don't have the best taste if some of you said it was bad, because then again, I haven't watched any reviews on it yet, so I'm gonna have to wait and see. But yes, so anyways, that's all I got for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.